People did not used to take Huawei seriously until very recently when two of its models in particular did very well in the markets of Asia. The Honor Holy, which was a budget phone, and then mainly the Honor 6, which gave you very updated specs in a premium packaging at a very aggressive pricing. Today we have the Honor 6 Plus, the big brother of the Honor 6, which also has today's updated product, well almost. But as the name suggests, it's a plus size Honor 6 with a 5.5-inch screen as compared to the Honor 6's 5-inch screen. This guy straightly goes for the jugular of the iPhone 6 Plus, and also it intends to compete with the likes of the Note 4 and of course the other 5.5-inch or round about that size phablet. But do these guys have what it takes to beat those giants? Because you see, iPhones and Note series, they have huge fan following and it's hard to beat those. Does Huawei beat them with the Honor 6 Plus, which is pricing and some of the unique features that came with this product that you won't find with others? Let's find out. The Honor 6 Plus comes in a very usual Huawei compact box with hard cardboard, and on the top you would find the phone. The box is actually divided into 3 layers. Once you take out the phone, inside you would find a packet inside which you will find the 2 ampere wall charger and the micro USB cord. R is an international model, so you have the flat pin, but for India you might get the round pin, and depending on your other markets you might get those kind of pins that are prevalent in your particular market or your particular country. We did not get the earphones here, but again it is market specific, so in your in particular market you might get the earphones as well. Once you take that packet out, below you'll have the third packet finally, which will have your SIM opener and SIM tray opener basically, and then inside that you will have the manuals, the warranty and the service center guides and quick start guides and stuff. We in our international edition also got 2 screensavers, but again that could be a market specific, so you might get that or might not get that in your market. So that is the Huawei Honor 6 Plus, and you will see immediately that it's striking similarity to the Honor 6. So it's basically an oversized Honor 6. So you have the 5.5-inch screen, the Honor 6 had 5-inch screen, so obviously this guy is that much bigger. But look and design and build quality wise, it's almost identical to the Honor 6, which is to say is a very good thing, because Honor 6 was an absolute premium product at its price range. Apart from the bigger size, almost the only other thing apart from the updated user interface, that is the dual 8MP camera on the back. We'll come back to that when we discuss about the camera in detail, but know that this is something like the HTC One M8, where the second camera actually acts as a depth sensor, so that you can you can vary your focus even after taking the photo. It looks very premium. Let's take a quick look at the build quality, the material and the ports and stuff. The phone is a mixture of very high quality plastic and glass. Now I won't blame you for misthinking that the side ring here is aluminum, because it's so good, so nicely crafted. It's a nice brushed aluminum feeling look, and it actually feels like metal, but on a closer look you'll find that this is actually very high quality plastic. However, the buttons are actually made of metal. On front you have the IPS LCD screen, and on the back you have a very high quality fiberglass that you'll have to really try hard to break. So 5.5-inch screen, it has the same full HD resolution IPS LCD screen, over 400 ppi of color density, which is good enough. Then you have an 8MP front camera, your notification LED lights and sensors, and then your earpiece. Below you will have the on-screen soft keys. Nothing much on the left side. Below you have the mouthpiece and the micro USB 2.0 port. And then on the right side is where all the actions are. You have, starting with the first SIM tray, which is a micro SIM tray. Then you have a second SIM or micro SD card tray, where it either takes a nano SIM or takes a micro SD card slot. Now one of these supports LTE, the first one, the second one supports 3G only. Power button, volume rocker, both are made of metal, and then on top you have a secondary noise cancelling mic, an IR blaster, and a 3.5mm jack. Behind you have that very unique two Huawei dual 8MP camera. So both are 8MP. One of them acts as a depth sensor, as I just told you. You have a dual LED flash for better white balance and color tone, and then Honor model, and below you have the speaker grill. Now one of the biggest change in the Honor 6 Plus as far as branding is concerned is that you won't see the Huawei name anywhere on the box or on the device out here, because Huawei is trying to place the Honor as a premium brand, by eliminating the Huawei name. Much like let's say Fiat makes Ferrari, but Fiat does not write its name. Like, it's not called Fiat Ferrari, it's called Ferrari, because Ferrari is a very premium brand, but it's made by Fiat. So a lot of people actually consider Ferrari as a different entity than Fiat. Again, similar case with Toyota and Lexus. You won't see Toyota written anywhere when you drive a Lexus. Similar cases here. So Huawei is trying to place the Honor brand as a very premium brand, independent brand, and I think they're taking the steps in the right direction. One problem I had with all these skins, all these manufacturer skin on top of default Android, is that you cannot make your skin updated according to the Android versions. For example, many of these phones, let's say including the Honor 6 Plus actually, still running on Android 4.4.2 KitKat when Android Lollipop is already out, mainly because they do not have their own skin updated to run on top of Lollipop yet. So you have the very updated Huawei Emotion UI, which is 3.0, but it still runs on an older version of Android, which is 4.4.2. The Emotion UI 3 comes in a very sleek package. Also have very nice animations on the unlock screen. Specifically, you can drag down the notification bars and you can see notification on the unlock screen itself. But one of the new things that it did is that when you drag it from the bottom, you can quickly see the weather and also some quick tools that you might need immediately, like your camera and flashlights. There's a calculator and a recorder stuff. When you unlock, you will see the very usual and common Huawei Emotion UI site, which is all the apps and the icon faces are pretty similar to the older, but it still looks very sleek. You don't have any dedicated app drawer. You have the 3 shortcut keys there. Notification bar comes down from top, and there you have a very nice timeline on your notification bar now, which I really like. And then your shortcut keys, you have almost all the default Google Android apps there, and then you also have lots of Huawei in-house tools and system apps. Let's quickly check out the camera, which is kind of the USP of the device. So you have mainly 3 shooting modes: the photo, video, and wide aperture. Wide aperture is where the dual camera comes into play, where you can immediately set your aperture, and then make the background or the foreground blur accordingly. Photo is the usual photo option, and then you have a video. Below, you can straight away go to the gallery, and then just on top of the shutter button, you have some of the filters like Hello, Valencia, Childhood, and Mono, and what not. Yeah, you have that's how you change from back to front camera. Yeah, and then your menu, and you have some of the other modes there. Yeah, you have your flash settings and all. This is one of the biggest strength of the Honor 6 Plus, the camera. The dual 8MP camera behind, with all its trickery, gives out very detailed photos under enough light. The color renditions are proper, except maybe in the magenta or in the red, palette where it tries to oversaturate that colors. In some of the flowers you would see that it oversaturated that particular the magenta and the reddish color so much that the details get hidden behind it. Apart from those, the other color palettes, mainly greens and other things, are very natural. The videos are very sharp. There is no fuzziness at all. The metering is extremely good. The focusing also actually is very fast, but not as fast as Huawei claim. Huawei claims 0.1 second focus. It's actually relatively faster, much faster in the photo shooting mode, but when you have the wide aperture mode, first thing in wide aperture mode, burst shot is not supported, and in wide aperture mode, if you particularly set the aperture number very low, that means the aperture hole very large, and that time it takes some time to focus at the subject. But all in all, a very impressive camera. Even under low light, the noise I checked to a very decent level. We're absolutely impressed with the camera. This could be one of the best cameras at this price range. Let's listen to some music. So you see the loudness is proper, the bass is there, also the treble is slightly on the higher side. We did some benchmark testing on this device, and this device consistently scored towards the top. It constantly stayed among the top 5 or 6 devices, which is pretty good. We also played some games, and it could play all the games that were thrown in pretty nicely with occasional lags. However, because it has a fiberglass on the back, the heat radiates out faster, and the device actually heats up quickly, but then it also cools down quick enough, because the glass is a very good heat conductor, so it gives out the heat really quick, which is good for the device, because then it does not retain the heat. The heat is not trapped to be able to spoil the inner housing and the machinery. So then, do you want the Honor 6 Plus? Frankly, I really like this device. It's very premium. I mainly like the design and build quality of this device, and also the camera. But apart from that, you also have a full HD screen and almost the updated specs. The Kirin 925 can be compared to the Snapdragon 800 chipset, which is again not exactly the cutting edge, but still is powerful enough. But main thing for this device would be the camera, the dual camera basically, and the price tag. If it can keep the price at the right level for different market. Now, main competitor according to the price tag would be the OnePlus One. How it does, we might do a dedicated video comparing the OnePlus One with the Honor 6 Plus, but know that the camera of the Honor 6 Plus is actually better than the OnePlus One. Also, I like the build quality. I like the premiumness of the Honor 6 Plus here. It actually reminds me of the older iPhones, which I really miss on the iPhone 6 and 6 Pluses. The OnePlus One, well, it's I think slightly faster at the user interface level. Also, OnePlus One has announced that Lollipop is arriving very soon, maybe next or next to next month. That's another good news for the users. Now, this guy is right now only available in China, most probably, and the price in China is converts to about 350 or 352 US dollar for the 16GB variant, and about 400 US dollars for the 64 GB for the 32 GB variant, which in Indian rupees translates to about 21,000 or about 24,500 respectively. So when it releases on 24th, I don't know the price yet, because these devices are given to us before the release. I expect if both the 16GB and 30GB version are released in India, 16GB should be priced at about 22.5k, and the 32GB could be about closer to 25k. If they manage to keep it at that point, I think this guy gives a very good statement. If you like this video, please hit the like button, ask anything related to the Honor 6 Plus and we'll try to answer them all. And please subscribe and share our video to share the love. Ciao.